Hey, happy Saturday. Ignore my crazy hair and my obviously sunburned face, okay? The tanning bed had new bulbs in it. So today I'm going to tell you guys how the talk conversation went with my sons this summer. So, those of you that don't know, I have a son who is 16, another who is 12 and a half, and wasn't really looking forward to it, but had to be done. So, anyway, had the talk. I feel like it went pretty well, but I'm about to tell you guys some things that are like a little sensitive. So I'm going to be open and honest like I always am, but don't be a jerk with the information I'm about to give you. All right. So obviously, I slept with people that I wasn't married to. Oops. Made some mistakes. Slept with people that I've had one night stands. Drunk, I've had one night stands sober, and I've had this whole whatever. Uh, anyway, just kind of doing what I wanted to do. Knowing it was wrong, but did it anyway because, like, oh, I already messed up once, might as well, whatever, here we are. And then I met Steve, my husband. I met Steve when I was 29. 29. We're going to go with 29. 29. Yeah. And we were friends for a long time, and then we started dating, and then we got married, and then it was like, oh, I cannot believe I didn't wait for this. Like, we've had several conversations, like, crying to each other, like, oh, wish I'd have waited, wish I hadn't done this, wish I hadn't done that, and I love my kids. I thought I was going to be married forever, and then I met Steve, and it was like, oh, man, this is what it's supposed to be like. So, call it what you will. You can call me a hoe all you want. Somebody will. That's fine. Don't really care. Your opinion doesn't affect me. But that's the honest truth is I wish I could take back some of those experiences, but I can't. So I think that's the biggest thing I was trying to tell my sons was in the moment or in a relationship or wherever you might find yourself, you're going to feel like I got this and I know what I'm doing and everybody does it. And that might be true too, unfortunately. But as someone who has already been a teenager and a young adult, I can tell you right now, you don't got it. We just really tried to talk about that, and I tried to be as honest as I tactfully could, considering these are my children. They don't need to hear about everything. But I wanted to be honest and say, look, if I knew at a young age what I was going to feel like at 29, 30, 31 when I got married to Steve, I would give anything to take some. I mean, even if I couldn't take back all of them, I would take back a huge chunk of them. And I tried to tell them, like, you might be in a relationship with somebody right now. You might feel a certain way, but I can tell you at 16, at 12, you haven't figured it out. So I can't tell you what to do because, if I say, then they're just going to go run and do it out of rebellion. Like, I know how kids work. I was the worst 16-year-old daughter. But I wanted to tell them, if you're going to do something, I want you to think about it a whole bunch of times. And then I don't want you to be afraid to talk to me. That's another thing too. My mom will tell you, I tell my mother everything. Things that she doesn't want to know, things she could die happy without ever hearing come out of my mouth. But if it happens, she knows about it. And I would love for my sons to have that kind of comfort with me. Like, I'm not saying my mom's always like, oh, good for you, high five, when I tell her what goes on. A lot of the time she goes, okay, didn't need to know that. But I tell her anyway, because she's going to tell me when I'm right and when I'm wrong. She's my mother. That's her job. But she's also, I respect her and I feel like I can confide in her and I can trust her to be honest. I want my sons to feel the same way. I want my sons to go, yep, I had a relationship and this happened, and God forbid they make me a grandmother in the next couple of years. Anyway, that's not the point either. So I wanted to tell you, if you're a parent or if you're a teenager watching this, it's hard, especially in today's society where everybody expects you to do that. I know one person two people who didn't even like kiss until they got married. I know one other person on top of that who's only ever been with her husband. One. So yes, I get that the odds are stacked against us, those of us that are trying to live the moral high ground here. But it doesn't mean that we still can't have a conversation and at least try to encourage and enlighten, our kids. And so the verse actually that I used, my dog is pawing at the door. The verse actually that I used when I was talking to my kids is 1 Corinthians 6:18. Flee from sexual immorality. All other sins a person commits are outside the body, but whoever sins sexually sins against their own body. This whole part of 1 Corinthians 6, it's verses 12 to 20. It's all about sexual immorality, and there's other verses about sexual immorality in there, but that was the one that I really honed in on with them, because it's like, that's something that you do to your own body. Like, that's a piece of me I'll never get back. And that's oh, hi. There's a part of you you'll never get back. So I think the combination between realistic and, oh, excuse me, dog. Jeez. The combination between realistic and hopeful is like a happy medium. But anyway, that's how the talk went. So if you guys have secrets, or you found this helpful, or even if you just enjoyed listening to me rambling about my hoe days, that's fine too. All right? Bye. Have a good day.